Our president is going into a Uranus time period between March the 1st and April the 22nd. And right now, today's date is February 22nd of 2018. So coming up in about a week is when the president will start this new period. And there is a serious problem that's pointing at the president on his chart. And folks, to see something like this, let me make something clear. If he has a serious problem, then it's potentially possible that we all have a serious problem coming.
President Vladimir Putin today vowed to make the world listen by unveiling a new generation of nuclear weapons. Putin used his annual State of the Nation address to tout what he calls an invincible intercontinental ballistic missile, one he says will render missile defense systems useless. This latest missile is said to have a longer range, making it capable of reaching nearly any target in the world. As if to drive his threat home, Putin's speech was accompanied by a video animation showing a missile hurtling toward, guess where? Here. In an exclusive interview, NBC's Megyn Kelly asked President Putin whether or not these new weapons are ready for use right now.
It's a problem, number one, that is going to happen unexpectedly. In other words, nobody sees it coming.
Tonight, a dramatic FBI raid at the New York office and hotel room of Michael Cohen, the president's personal attorney who paid off adult film star Stormy Daniels for her silence about her alleged affair with Mr. Trump 11 days before the election. Law enforcement officials say the FBI is investigating that $130,000 payment to Daniels, which watchdog groups have called a campaign violation. And today, investigators seized emails, tax documents, and business records, according to the New York Times, which first reported the news. Tonight, law enforcement sources tell NBC News federal prosecutors in Manhattan obtained search warrants after a referral from special counsel Robert Mueller.
This means that prosecutors believe they have probable cause to show a crime has been committed and that they'll find evidence in Mr. Cohen's office.
Tonight, the president sounded off on the FBI raid.
So I just heard that they broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys.
But the nature of the problem is going to put the president in a position called spiritual values. And the spiritual values means doing what you know to be right. So I don't know if this means that he's going to have some response to North Korea because, or a response to Iran or any of the trouble spots or terrorism things that are present at the moment.
President Donald Trump on Monday denounced the deadly suspected chemical attack in Syria and said he'll decide quickly whether to retaliate with a military strike after vowing over the weekend that there would be, quote, a big price to pay.
We'll be making that decision very quickly, probably by the end of today.
Trump said he was talking to military leaders and would decide who was responsible for the attack, whether Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, Russia, Iran, or all of them together.
But anyway, just want to put ourselves on notice for it. We will get on the other side of it, but also another element that I see relevant to this problem is that it can have an adverse effect to business or to the markets or something along those lines. You see, but the nature of the problem is going to put the president in a position called spiritual values. And the spiritual values means doing what you know to be right. As many of you know, all of our predictions, 100% of our predictions and prophecies all come true because it's originated not from me, but it originates in an ancient science of the standard deck of 52 playing cards. The same cards that are familiar to games like poker and blackjack. Well, the truth is that poker and blackjack is not the real name of the game in cards. The real name of the game in cards is to succeed in the 4 suits, which are to succeed emotionally hearts, mentally clubs, financially diamonds, and spiritually spades. One more thing that I just want to add is that I just want to issue a warning to the president in saying that you're going to have to do something about your dietary violations, because if you don't, you will not be serving a second term because of problems with health there. So but you'll be able to avert that if you are able to do something about your dietary violations. So I guess last but not least is I just want to make it clear that everyone should understand that planning is vital to success, but you cannot plan without, being able to look ahead from where you are. And so at thepower.com and thepower.org, we provide that for you, where you're able to know, okay, what's in front of you so that you can see which way is leading to what you seek to accomplish. Okay, then on top of this is that everybody who's watching this, I bet you know what your zodiac sign is, okay, but you don't know what your birth card is. So go to thepower.org and find out what your birth card is. Second of all, those of you are making plans in your life, but you don't know what time period you're in, and you don't know what influences are present, which people are around supporting you. You don't know when your next time period starts, and yet you're trying to make plans. So when you're operating in the dark, then you're susceptible to making mistakes. We call those problems, expensive mistakes. But anyway, folks, thank you for your time. Just wanted to update you. I intend to talk a little bit more because there's going to be some changes that are going to happen. But for now, I will leave you with that. Peace and blessings.